I was at the one and only world's largest outdoor cocktail party. That's always been a mouthful to me. I always thought they should try to make it a little bit shorter. Like, that's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
Georgia and Florida, and look, I'm going to take this hat off real quickly.
I don't know what he's doing, guys. Oh, he's
I'm putting this hat on in solidarity.
Oh man!
And solidarity. Not quite.
In 2008, you would have slapped yourself.
Oh my goodness! I'm wearing this in solidarity of the poor Florida Gators because
did you get that at the game the other day?
Yes.
It looks good. It looks good.
It's been a rough 15 years for the Florida Gator fans when it comes to football. It reminds me a lot of the Alabama days prior to Nick Saban. The coaches between Gene Stallings and Nick Saban, Mike Shula, Mike DeBose, Mike Price, just a series of mediocrity, and that's what it feels like in Gainesville when it comes to football.
Yeah.
And it always seems like they're so close, yet they're just missing like the big thing. And we've talked about it before. I thought the biggest mistake that Florida made in a long time was firing Dan Mullen after the 2021 season. I mean,
I agree.
What a mistake. I get it. You want to compete with Georgia. That's a tough task. It's going to be tough for anybody. And he was doing a really good job, I think. Made it to the SEC championship the year before. Kept it really close with one of the greatest Alabama teams of all time. Tough times in Gainesville for the Florida Gators. They go out, they score a touchdown early, looking like
I thought
it might
be a game. I thought it was going to be a game.
Same here. And Gator fans were excited. Georgia was kind of like, oh my God, what in the world just happened? How did this happen? And it kind of looked like a typical Georgia game this year, a slow start, but they got that slow start. They ramped it up really quick, and Georgia went on a 36-0 run. And it was just a throttling by the Bulldogs. Very impressive look. I still don't know if I want to consider them the number one team in the country, but they're pretty close to it.
All right, so my thoughts on it, the whole Dan Mullen thing, I don't know if you saw this. I loved it. So Dan Mullen predicted Florida to lose, to beat Georgia, to win. Did you see what Kirby Smart said?
He said he couldn't recruit.
Said he couldn't recruit, huh? Is that what you said? And I was like, a little bit of chatter, still a hate between those two.
Yeah.
But I'm like you. I think Florida firing Dan Mullen. I'm a big believer. If you're going to fire a coach on a Monday, by God, you better have your coach ready on Wednesday. You know who you're going after. And it's no offense to Billy Napier. I think Billy Napier, what he's doing at Florida, it's his second season. It's not bad. But you took over a program 2 years prior before you taking the job. They was in the SEC championship game. I mean, standards are high. I don't think it's his fault. They shouldn't have got a non-Power 5 coach for the position they wanted. They should have went after, and it was obvious he was looking, but they should have went after Brian Kelly, someone like that.
You got to go after the big boys if you're wanting to compete with the big boys. And Billy Napier is a good coach, but I mean, it's not like he was dominating in the Sun Belt. Like, he was really good with ULL, but I mean, he was competing with App State, who was kind of killing him every year. So, I let me ask you this when it comes to Billy Napier. I will give him a lot of credit. He is recruiting very well. He has the number 2 dual threat quarterback in the country right now for the class of 2024 coming in. Oh, that looks really good. How many years does Florida give him to work with his recruiting classes? I think if he is not at least 8-4 next year with his recruiting classes, they might let him go. And I think that just because I think Florida's a little impatient.
Well, let me ask you, what are you expecting? Are you expecting Billy Napier to win you a national championship or win you 10 games?
I think that's what's expected at Florida. I think at least.
Then I give him 4 or 5 years.
Okay, I think. What do you think is an honest expectation for Florida fans? national championship, compete for SEC championship, 8-4 season.
They've won it. I mean, it all depends. In my opinion, it depends on the coach. Yes, I get Billy Napier's a Saban disciple. I understand that. But like when you have Urban Meyer as your head coach, you're expected to win it all. Then you have Billy Napier at ULL. You really thought you can win a national championship within 4 or 5 seasons? Because if you think that, then you're crazy. You're crazy. I mean, I just don't understand that. You got to let him build. If he's not remotely there in 5 years, if the man has not won 9+ games in 5 years, then yeah, get him out of there. But
if you're wanting a Saban disciple, why not go for Mario Cristobal?
Why not go for Lane Kiffin?
Get him before.